Good morning, Foxes and Badgers class, and welcome to our last reading lesson of the week. So this week we have been looking at different poems, and today we are going to finish off with a poem called Chocolate Cake, which is a fantastic poem by a poet called Michael Rosen, who you might have heard of before. And if you were to go on to YouTube and look at some of his poems, he is a fantastic performance poet, which means he performs his poems in a wonderful way with brilliant expression and hand gestures. So I would definitely recommend having a watch of some of his poems to see exactly what he is like. Let's have a look at our poem today then. Chocolate Cake. I love chocolate cake, and when I was a boy, I loved it even more. Sometimes we used to have it for tea, and Mum used to say, if there's any left over, you can have it to take to school tomorrow to have at playtime. And the next day I would take it to school, wrapped up in tinfoil, open it up at playtime, and sit in the corner of the playground, eating it. And you know how the icing on top is all shiny and it cracks as you bite into it. And there's that other kind of icing in the middle, and it sticks to your hands, and you can lick your fingers and lick your lips. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. Anyway, once we had this chocolate cake for tea, and later I went to bed. But while I was in bed, I found myself waking up, licking my lips and smiling. I woke up proper. The chocolate cake! It was the first thing I thought of. I could almost see it, so I thought, what if I go downstairs and have a little nibble, yeah? It was all dark. Everyone was in bed, so it must have been really late. But I got out of bed, crept out of the door. There's always a creaky floorboard, isn't there? Past Mum and Dad's room, careful not to tread on bits of broken toys or bits of Lego. You know what it's like treading on Lego with your bare feet. Yow! Shh! Downstairs, into the kitchen, open the cupboard, and there it is, all shining. So I take it out of the cupboard, put it on the table, and I see that there's a few crumbs lying about on the plate. So I lick my finger and run my finger all over the crumbs, scooping them up and put them into my mouth. Mmm, nice. Then I look again, and on one side where it's been cut, it's all crumbly. So I take a knife. I think I'll just tidy that up a bit. Cut off the crumbly bits, scoop them all up, and into the mouth. Mmm, nice. Look at the cake again. That looks a bit funny now. One side doesn't match the other. I'll even it up a bit, eh? What do you think is going to end up to this chocolate cake? What do you think you might have done by the end of the poem? Take the knife and slice. This time the knife makes a little cracky noise as it goes through that hard icing on top. A whole slice this time, into the mouth. Oh, the icing on top and the icing in the middle. Oh, yum. But now I can't stop myself. Knife. I just take any old slice at it, and I've got this great big chunk and I'm cramming it in. What a greedy pig. But it's so nice. And there's another and another, and I'm squealing and I'm smacking my lips and I'm stuffing myself with it, and before I know, I've eaten the lot. The whole lot. I look at the plate. It's all gone. Oh no. They're bound to notice, aren't they? A whole chocolate cake doesn't just disappear, does it? What shall I do? I know. I'll wash the plate up and the knife and put them away, and maybe no one will notice, eh? So I do that and creep, creep, creep back to bed, into bed, doze off, licking my lip with a lovely feeling in my belly. Mmm. In the morning, I get up, downstairs, have breakfast, Mum saying, "Have you got your dinner, Mummy?" And I say, "Yes." "And don't forget to take some chocolate cake with you." I stopped breathing. "What's the matter?" she says. "You normally jump at chocolate cake." Why do you think he's a bit worried here? Perhaps he realises that Mum's going to notice the chocolate cake is missing. I'm still not breathing, and she's looking at me very closely now. She's looking at me just below my mouth. What do you think she might have spotted on him? "What's that?" she says. "What's what?" I say. "What's that there?" "Where?" "There," she says, pointing at my chin. "I don't know," I say. "It looks like chocolate," she says. "It's not chocolate, is it?" No answer. "Is it?" "I don't know." She gets to the cupboard, looks in, up, top, middle, bottom, turns back to me. "It's gone." It's gone. "You haven't eaten it, have you?" "I don't know." You don't know? You don't know if you've eaten a whole chocolate cake or not? When? When did you eat it? So I told her. And she said, well, what could she say? "That's the last time I give you any cake to take to school. Now go, get out. No, wait, not before you've washed your dirty, sticky face." I went upstairs, looked in the mirror, and there it was, just below my mouth, a chocolate smudge. The giveaway. Maybe she'll forget about it by next week. Oh, so why was he caught out for eating the chocolate cake? It was because he had that smudge of chocolate underneath his lips on his chin, didn't he? I think that probably gave the game away. Okay, if you have a look now then at our PowerPoint, we have got all of our questions which we'll be going through. So we're starting off, as always, with those retrieval questions. So you need to skim and scan our text and you'll find all of the answers in there. For the rest of the ones, you might have to do a little bit more thinking. For some of them, you might have to make an inference. Remember, that's where the author doesn't tell you the answer, but you can work it out. Please do email your answers into your teachers so that we can have a look at them.